Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Aussie TV with your host, myself, Osborne, bringing you this Protoss versus Protoss matchup on the Shattered Temple. Now, this matchup was sent in to me by one of these two players. I will not tell you which one of them it was, because that would give away the ending, and that's just not acceptable. But whoever it was, and they know who they are, they sent me a Protoss versus Protoss matchup. So, god damn it. Why would you do that to me? Why do you hate me so much? You dick. Anyway, we've got Protoss vs. Protoss matchup, Shadow Temple. And looks like Yasai, which is one of our players, the one in the blue on the southern position, he will be facing eXoCamiEscu. He'll be facing Exo versus Yasai. So there's the two matchups. Exo over on the western side of the map being Shattered Temple. And it looks like Yasai has decided to do a wall-off kind of preparation. Yeah, it looks like he will be walling off. A little strange to see that against a Protoss opponent. And while he was supply blocked for just that half a second, it seems like he will be able to get his gateway out before his opponent, giving him that just slight edge that you need in this rock, paper, scissors matchup known as Protoss versus Protoss. I'll have to see which rock, paper, scissors they choose. Knowing my luck and the fact that it's a PvP, they'll probably both choose rock and just beat each other to death with it. Which I guess is what you want. You want to like choose rock and then lose to, you know, some kind of stupid all-air attack. Like, oh man, I went, you know, one gateway, one robotics facility, and then he went two phoenixes and killed all my immortals, because phoenixes do that. And Yasai just kind of chilling out in Exo's base, not really doing too much. Just doing a little scout, doing a little craziness, missing 3 of those, and so that will make that it's so that it's going to be a very strange pattern, because he's going to go up and around, and then back up and around, and that's just not paying attention. That's not good. You want to pay attention. Let's see what else is going down. A cybernetics core, so it looks like he's going to go into the thing that all Protoss go into, which is getting warp gate technology. His cybernetics core actually went down after, and looks like both around the same time with warp gate, so pretty even in any case. So we'll have to see what happens here. I think that the builds might start to diverge here. I'm hoping that they start to diverge, because otherwise I will be extremely bored for the next 5 minutes, because it'll just be the same thing back and forth. Chrono boosting out, warp gate technology, Cami doing a little bit. I think that's Cami. I don't know what that says. God, camel. Exo. Okay. Exo doing a little bit better with the chrono boosts than his opponent. And it looks like 3 more gateways coming down, or 2 more gateways coming down, I'm sorry. So it's going to be a 3-gate, maybe an expansion, maybe he'll put up a robotics facility. And there it is, robotics facility. So it looks like it's going to be a 3-gate robo on that end, and another robotics over here. So on Exo, it's going to be a 3-gate okay, so it's a 3-gate robo for both of them, but they both use different builds to get there. And I can't say I don't like Exo's more, simply because he gets the robotics facility up faster, and therefore can get an observer and his immortal out quicker, which might mean the end of the game. I think I missed something here. He must have trapped a probe with that force field. It's the only real plausible explanation for them to be a force field there. Oh well, we'll have to see what comes of this. A lot of sentries for Yasai, so he's definitely trying to save up for, I guess, that immortal, because he's not making an immortal, he's making an observer. So I don't really quite understand what's going on right now. What I do understand is that Exo doing a little bit better on the gas front, And Yasai getting a little bit more minerals. So let's see if we can see the... Which one is that? I need to find out. R, I think? No. There we go. So pretty much the same, actually. Let's see the units tab. You can see that's 26 to 27, so dead even. But Exo does have an immortal, which, should he choose to attack exactly right now, will give him the advantage. Because sentries, immortals, beat sentries, stalkers. Because immortals wreck stalkers. And everyone knows this. Especially he has two. Two more than his opponent. So he needs to attack right now. Right now. There you go. Go kill him. Yeah. Feels good. Any observers? Yeah, there's an observer. Sweet. Let's see what goes on here. This should be a pretty powerful attack. I'm not quite sure it's going to end the game, though. It's completely useless force fields. Okay. And now I don't think he can quite see it yet. Where's that observer? Needs to be not in position. You can't see all that stuff. Oh no, that's not what you want. You definitely... Okay, well, he took out the Nexus, which is what you want to do, and now Yasai is down attacking, and now apparently Exo will run. And apparently no, he's going to block it off, so this might be the end of the game right here. Oh, so close to the end of the game. That Immortal is attacking that Zealot for no reason. Oh, he's gonna lose the Immortal. No. That Observer is not in the right place. It needs to be right here. Right there-ish. Actually, now it's a little too late because now he has an Observer and can see the other Observer. Blah, 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 blah. Observer, 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 observer. 3 more gateways coming down for Yasai because 6 gateways, you can support that on one base, right? Yeah, feels good. Meanwhile, Exo is having a much better time of expanding. In that he actually did it and didn't, die immediately. Hey, finally getting that observer into the correct positioning and running away to get another 2 sentries. Okay, well, in about 2 seconds, this observer is going to go with an observer. Okay, in 2 seconds, an observer is going to come up and therefore be able to kill this observer. And he's running away. Just go attack. Just go kill them. Go, now, kill. Attack, maim, destroy, exterminate. Focus your inner Dalek and kill absolutely everything. And not gonna happen, and there goes that observer. Okay. Now you can run away, because now you don't have the high ground vision, and there you go. Very smart. Now you need to retreat, and regroup, and you want to do it now, before he decides to attack you and kill you. You need to do it right now. And, okay. Well, the Nexus is finally up for Exo, and let's see how many probes he decides to transfer. None, actually. He's going to put both of them onto the other mineral patch, I guess? That's also, I guess that works just as well. And Exo finally deciding that, no, it is indeed not worth it. And yes, I do realize that Exo is probably a clan tag. But I'm going to call her Exo, or him Exo, or whoever the hell it is, Exo. Because, it's just a cool tag. I like it. I just realized that neither of them have any upgrades. Yeah, no upgrades at all. Okay, well, at least there's an upgrade coming up right now. So, Exo has the Forge up, is chrono boosting out that overpowered upgrade like a boss. Because, hey, if they're going to give you the cheapest, the fastest, and the most useful upgrades, you might as well chrono boost it. Here comes a big attack. 5 Immortals versus 3. Not bad force fields. I'm not quite sure who put down the force fields, though, because it's just so strange how they're positioned. I can only imagine the ones on the right were done by Exo and the ones to the left were done by Yasai, and there's some Yasais. Because, yeah. And now the immortal count is actually even. And free stalker there. Will Yasai decide to attack and further try to kill everything that he sees? No. He will instead retreat and allow his opponent to get +1. Because I guess that makes sense. I don't know, he had the sentries. He had the mortals. I don't know. That would have been a close one, but I think he probably could have done it. I think the main factor that we're seeing right here is that Yasai does not have a warping pylon, like right over here. Like he doesn't have a forward pylon to reinforce. And that might give Exo just enough of an edge and wasted force field. Let's see what happens right here. And the photon cannon just kind of being a boss, making sure that no one comes around the top side without getting a few blasts to the face. Exo maintaining a little bit of a lead from his earlier expansion, but Yasai is expanding again. He is doing a ninja expansion as well, so a double expand from Yasai will do a very good job of getting him back into this fight. Not that he's not already in the fight, but it might give him a bit more of an advantage. This is, of course, assuming that Exo does not take the third or the gold, as those are much more easily defendable than this other main base. Other main base is very wide, very open to attacks if you're not paying attention. Yasai deciding that it's a good idea to come and take the middle and just kind of chill out, read a book, sentries telling each other silly little stories about how force fields are just so stupidly overpowered. And in the meantime, Exo is getting an armor upgrade. So another upgrade coming up for Exo with absolutely zero upgrades. Excuse me. Zero upgrades for Yasai. And I think that might give Exo just a tiny bit of a really, really big lead. It might be really big. Mostly because he's making immortals, which give you +5 every time against armor every time you upgrade them, which is sillily stupid. And also because immortals are good, and you should get them. Especially in PvP. A nice little anecdote I'm going to share with you is whenever I play team games, and I have a steady partner that I play with, and we play random because random is awesome. And he gets Protoss, and he faces another Protoss, he will get a couple immortals and a warp prism or two and drop the mineral line of his opponent, and it just is so much damage because the way, like you can see it here, there's just so much. Oh my gosh, I haven't checked Yasai's base in a while. He is just going all over the place. Look at this, a Stargate. He's got freaking Twilight Council because you need upgrades, and this gateway that still hasn't been powered again, and what? I don't even understand what you're doing. But he has a Stargate. Make no mistake, there is a Stargate right here, and he plans to use it to make something. Something. He will make that, yes. And now we got 5 more Zealots running up. Why hasn't he made a forward pylon yet? Oh my god, what's going on? Exo finally taking a third base. Might be a little bit behind, but his army is, I want to say, better because there's Archons, and Archons are good. But, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of sentries and a lot of Zealots. A very lean composition. A lot of Zealots. Where's all Blue's gas going? Oh, yes. That's right. It's going right into his bank. He is deciding that that's not what he wants to do. And he actually is making 4 Dark Templar and warping them into the base. I guess this makes more sense than I was giving him credit for. Taking out that Templar archives, not much anyone can do about it because he doesn't have an observer. There's the observer. Will that Twilight Council go down? You don't want it to go down, and now he's attacking with the Dark Templar, but in the meantime, a giant attack over in the natural of Exo, and this might spell the end for Exo, and there's the completely ineffective force fields because once those Archons come over, they can immediately steamroll that and make sure that none of this happens. And oh, look at this. There's another pretty vulnerable base. And wait a second. What's going on here? What is this? What is going on here? What you're going to lose the but I don't but just use the Archons. Just use the Archons. The Archons are massive. They will crush the force field. Use the Archons. And loses the third base. Okay. So basically what's going to happen now is Exo is going to continue to smash his face into this force field because he doesn't realize that Archons will crush it and whatever. What's going to happen is that once these force fields run out, or once he leaves, so right now, I guess not, he's going to continue to force field the ramp more than necessary as well. He's going to lose a few stalkers because he doesn't like them. What's going to happen is that these are going to run out, and Exo is going to take all of this and win because he has 2-1 upgrades. And that's just what's going to happen because that's just what happens when you upgrade and your opponent doesn't. And look at Yasai losing all of these things completely unnecessary. Why is he still here? Leave. Thank you. I am angry at this game now. PvP. Why would you send me a PvP? Why would you do that? Okay. Back to seriousness here. We have a rather large force of Exo going against the not quite so strong force of Yasai. Do not let the supply fool you. There is much more army in Exo's army. There's much more army in Exo's army than in Yasai's army. That made sense. I like it. Don't question me. And now, finally putting the Archons in front of the effing army like you're supposed to do. Look at them tank all that damage. Down go the Archons. But unfortunately, Yasai has absolutely zero army now. All of it just completely getting decimated. Giant crushing steps. And Exo wins this game. I can actually say that, yes, I did know who it was. It was eXoCami, and that's why I said Cami a few times. Slipped up a little bit. But this has been a PvP where one person didn't really know how to do a tech because he just kind of went all over the place. I mean, he's got friggin' Robotics Facility, which he actually used, Twilight Council, which he did not, a Dark Shrine, which he used for like 3 seconds, and I guess he warped in a few more stuff, but like whatever. And then we have the tail of the other tape, who did a pretty good job, actually. The only real problem I saw with eXoCami's play right now is she didn't realize that Archons were massive units. And that's pretty important. So, next time you're being force fielded into your ramp, make an Archon, run it down there, and they'll just be like, oh shit, son, I didn't realize that, massive units run over force field, even though it's right there in the description. But this has been Osborne bringing you this PvP, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit better than most PvPs. It lasted longer than, 10 minutes, which is nice. But this has been Osborne bringing you this PvP. If you liked it, please subscribe. Please send me an email. Do whatever you want. All of it's in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.